Hello. Oh, hello, Miss Parsons. Can you please hold? Thank you. If you can just please sign in and have a seat. Oh, you at the new hire, right? Welcome. I'm Caleb, the receptionist, and you are? Oh, yes. Miss Calderon told me that she told you a later time because we had a meeting about an hour ago about the big cases going on in the firm. Auri? Ah, yes. Auri is actually handling a personal matter at the moment, but she is here. Miss Calderon is also held up with something at the moment. Oh, Amelia. This is our new hire. Do you think you can help him get settled until Miss Calderon is available to meet with him?
Oh, yes. Miss Calderon told me you would be arriving later this morning. I'm Amelia Prescott. I'm one of the original lawyers at this office. I overheard you mention Auri. Oh, really? She didn't mention meeting the new hire. Nothing. Come, I will show you to your office. Not normally. This case is our biggest case we've had since we've opened. Until you meet the boss, I'm afraid I can't give much more details. But I can say it is a high-profile case. And honestly, it wouldn't be surprising if Miss Calderon doesn't put you onto this case and places you on some smaller ones until this one is over. Yes. Most of them are just interns or are students about to take the bar. Miss Calderon likes hiring people who have a fire for justice. The interns and those about ready to take the bar all have a story and wish the justice system didn't fail them. Oh no, you have an office. Actually, right next to Miss Calderon herself. You will be taking Mr. Harrison's office. He just retired 2 weeks ago, and I think Miss Calderon was a little sad when it was sat empty. Yes, Mr. Harrison was the one who interviewed you. He didn't want Miss Calderon to have to stress about it since we've been working on this case. We've been on this case for about a month now. We were supposed to have the first hearing before Mr. Harrison retired, but the opposition delayed it due to emotional reasons. Yes, well, here is your office. Take your time reading the manual on your desk. It has all the information you will need to know about the office. It has your temporary login information, so please make sure you change it. And lunch is in an hour, so go pick up anything you might need for your office during that time. Hopefully Miss Calderon will be available after lunch for you to meet. I'll let her know that you're here, most likely after lunch too. Feel free to take lunch here at the office or wherever you may like. Just make sure you're back here in your office by 1.
Oh, welcome back. Miss Calderon is ready to see you. Just give a small knock on her door. Oh, you can just call me Kay. Thanks. And yes, you'll see her soon enough.
Un momento. Come in. Just make sure that it is not damaged this time when it arrives. Muy bueno. Thank you. Sorry about that. Busted. Sorry I didn't fully introduce myself the other day. Guess we can start over? Hello, I am Aurielia Calderon, CEO and CFO of the Calderon Group, and your boss. Pleasure to meet you again, and yes, All the stories and information I told you were all true. I didn't lie about any of them. I just left out the part that I was talking about myself. Also, forgive me for not coming to see you sooner. Yes, but I did want to talk to you about what you are going to be doing. While I loved your story and trust you are a great lawyer, I currently don't have many cases that haven't been picked up by one of the other lawyers. Once we receive this large case, most of the smaller cases have either been picked up by the interns or students. Amelia and I are spearheading this case for the most part, and all the research has been taken up by the other lawyers. So I don't have any cases for you to work on. I have thought of something that you can do to help me right now. Because this case is taking up most of our time and resources, we don't have anyone to run errands to the courthouse. I hate making you an overqualified assistant for me, but my assistant is currently on maternity leave and I can't keep making Kay leave the front desk. That is a very fair question. Once we have our first hearing of this case tomorrow, I'll be able to better determine the allocation of cases. I've been stressed about this case for almost a month, and honestly, I am hoping that the opposition just shows up this time. Last time, the lawyer for the opposition, the wife, showed up clientless and made the excuse that because her dog died 2 days before, the client was emotionally unprepared to participate in the case. And they asked for a recess until they could fully mourn the loss of their pet. The husband, who is our client, while hesitant, agreed to the recess. No, I guess now that you are a paid member of the firm and we are not on the streets, I can give you a little more information about the case. Our case involves the divorce of Damian Miles and Jasmine Rose. Yes, the very famous power couple themselves. Well, their marriage has been on the rocks for years. Damian finally had enough of her bullcrap and filed for divorce. She has now claimed that I think you can imagine the accusations we are trying to prove his innocence of. And prove that she is lying. Which she definitely is. But her lawyers... Well, her lawyers are my ex-bosses. From the other firm. The one I told you about on Saturday. Though our bad blood, which there is none, is non-existent in the courtroom, they are just as good as we are. And it has me worried. But you don't need to worry about that. Actually, yes, I got a call this morning from the judge presiding over this case. And he told me that the courts were presented with a piece of evidence from Jasmine over the weekend. I fear it's something stupid. But nevertheless, we have a copy of it waiting for us at the courts. I'll call the desk at the place and let them know you are coming. Make sure you have your ID and Kay has given your badge. Wait, has she given you her badge? Maybe it hasn't been brought up yet. Your badge will be used to get past the security desk in the lobby of the building. If you don't have your badge, I'm guessing you have been using your ID. I figured. Kay?
Yes, ma'am?
Has security brought up our new employee's badge?
No, ma'am. I'll give a call to their office right now.
Please and thank you. While Kay is taking care of that, let me get you some things that you will need to be my assistant for the time being. This is a credit card that is connected to the business account. I will forward an email that I had sent to my assistant, but her bundle of joy decided to make an appearance a little early, and she never got the chance to put the order in for supplies. Kay used to do it, but with other things she had to do, it got a little much for her. so my assistant had offered to take on the supply order. Where you ordered from is in the email. Do it all online, but hold on to the card in case you need to run to the brick and mortar store that is just a block away. Since you don't have a car, we do have one of those little carts that you use, the little wire ones that carry groceries in. Oh, we do supply orders about every other month. If we have a busy month, we could do it sooner, but I've been trying to go digital for the past few years, but for some of the courts we work with, they aren't fully digitalized yet, and thus we still have to have paper files. It's a right pain, but it's what we have to deal with. Oh, also, do you have a tablet of any kind? No problem. I'll add a few to the email, and you can decide on which one you want. While, yes, most of the things with the courts, we need paper, we use tablets for in-house things. And before you say, I'll get it myself, its primary use will be for work. We should provide it for you. When we get it, I'll have Pedro or Alexis get it connected to our software. Yes, you should be able to use it for personal things. The software is only accessible by login, but the tablet is free for you to use at home. However, we do ask that you refrain from using the tablet for anything too personal. Mainly things that need an 18 plus subscription, if you know what I mean. You thinking of leaving my company already? We'll do a wipe of any company-related data, but you'll be able to keep the tablet when you leave. If you need to save any documents or anything, we suggest using the software that is connected to the law office, which has cloud access, so you'll be able to access it from your computer as well.
Ma'am, the security will have their badge at the desk. They were just finishing it when I called.
Wonderful. You can do the order when you return, but those files are the most important thing. When you get there, ask the front desk to page Charlie or Maddie. They should bring you the files. They will check your ID and badge, so make sure you pick up your badge on your way out. No. Let me call you a car. We have a service that we use to get to the courts. Sam is my personal driver. They will take you there. Oh, and can you do me one small favor? On your way back, can you pick me up some of those tacos from the taco truck? I've not eaten lunch yet, and I am starving. And use the company card. And why don't you get yourself some too?